Welcome to Home Tech Decisions episode, which one is this already?
16.
16! We've made 16 already. Beautiful, lovely videos. And we appreciate you watching every single one and subscribing. And we really hope that they are very informative to your smart home tech needs. Today we're going to be talking about Brilliant. And do you know what's brilliant about this thing? Everything! These things are awesome. They are like a light switch on steroids. Not a lot of children, I'm sorry. What's really brilliant about them is they can integrate with just about anything. Google, Alexa, Honeywell, Ecobee, Ring.
No cheating.
Sorry, no cheating. What is this, grade school? This is not a test, ladies and gentlemen. But it's got a whole list of things. SmartThings, Sonos, Wemo, Hue. The list just goes on and on, folks, okay? If you don't have any of these in your home, you don't need it. But I probably assume that if you have one of these in your home, any of these, this will work with you. So Brandon has installed this in his home. I will be installing this in my home. So what I'm going to do is kind of ask Brandon a little bit about the installation process, what he uses it for, what key features he loves about it. And then we're going to do an install video where we're going to show me, not so good, installing it in my home. So Brandon, why don't you talk to us a little bit about the installation process? Where did you decide to put your Brilliant?
Yeah, so the Brilliant is, like Colton said, a switch on steroids. So I actually put mine downstairs in the basement to control our lighting that will be underneath our deck, as well as interior lights there. And I picked that spot because I've already got Lutron lights throughout the house, and so I figured that would be a good test location. And one of the biggest benefits of this switch is that you can control colored bulbs right at the wall and then still maintain power. So with the normal setup, if you were to turn your switch off at the wall, then you would cut power to the bulb, and you wouldn't be able to turn it back on with your phone or a voice. But with this, you can turn it on and off right at the wall, and then also select the different colors. So that's kind of cool.
Awesome. So what feature of the Brilliant do you find the most brilliant? No pun intended. But what has really improved your day-to-day life with this smart home tech in your home?
So the two things I would say that it stands out for the most would be controlling colored bulbs. It's the only switch on the market that's going to go in the wall and then allow you to make those color changes directly at your wall and give that continuous power. So that's a really big feature that you can only find with this system. The other thing that I like about it is it's like a second controller for our thermostat. So we use Ecobee, and with this it'll show us what the temperature is. And it also shows like the weather outside and stuff. It's kind of neat.
What if the weather outside is frightful?
Well, then that's not good. It does integrate with the Ring doorbell, and we've tested that out. However, with the delay that it has, you're better off just pulling your phone out and looking at the live feed in your phone. So it was kind of cool, but not very practical. Yeah. I do like the integration with SmartThings that allowed me to pull in all of my Lutron lights and other devices in our house, and so I can control a lot more lights than just what was at that switch. I thought that was a pretty cool feature.
Awesome. So as we mentioned before, that these are like light switches on steroids, which is also kind of like the price. These are not cheap. Brandon, do you know how much this item costs with the two switch?
Yeah, so I think this is their most commonly purchased variety. They have this that goes to 1 to up to 4. I believe this one was $350. So not cheap compared to a $50 Lutron switch. I guess you would need 2 switches, so that would equal $100. But still, this is quite a bit more. You do get the display. So I think for certain rooms in your house, maybe your kitchen or central areas that you're going to use a lot, maybe an entertainment room, it does make sense. But I don't foresee anyone putting these in every room of their house unless they've got a lot of money.
So this one is about $350. How much is just the single with the screen? How much does that one go for?
I don't recall off the top of my head, but if you do have more than one, you can actually set up room-to-room video chat, which is kind of cool. There is a little camera there and a sensor as well, and it has a little privacy thing so you can cover up the camera, which I thought was pretty
That's
neat.
pretty cool, yeah.
There isn't an ability to video with like other devices, so you can't connect it to like Alexa. You cannot connect it to your phone to do video chat across.
And you can't connect it to the Facebook?
No.
Okay.
So another thing that I am really excited about, I don't have a Sonos speaker yet, but I definitely plan on getting one soon, is you can control Sonos devices, and so you can change the song, it'll show the album cover, change the volume and all that, all right from the pad. So I think this is going to be great for entertainment areas where you've got like either Hue bulbs or LifeX bulbs, and you want to change the color, set different scenes, and then also control the music with it. This is going to be a great product for that.
Awesome. Well, we hope that that's helped you out with some of the information with the Brilliant. Like we said, that we're going to be doing an install of this item here at my home, so keep watching.
Oh, and before we go, so it's important to note that if you're going to use these on a switch, a three-way switch, if the other switch is a dimmer, you may have some challenges with that. I was able to figure out a workaround for our Lutron. So with the two-switch hub, what I did was I took the where my Pico remote was on the wall before. Those wires were all wrapped together for the Lutron installation. So I actually kept it like that and kept that on the wall so that that switch was controlling the lights independently. And then what I did was I used a jumper to go from the switch adjacent to that one into the line wire, giving it power. And so that way the device can stay powered on. And then within the app itself, you're actually able to tell it like what the switches do. So you can, when you set it up in a spot where you have Hue bulbs, you can just say, okay, power is always going to them. And then you can actually program what the sliders do. So the sliders don't necessarily need to control the switches that you replace. They can control other things. So what I did was the middle one there, the left slider, that controls the basement lights. And then the one on the right is the exterior lights. However, it's not actually wired to those basement lights. So it's actually using SmartThings and using our Lutron hub to control that. So that's pretty cool. And then also you can control things by voice. So it's just another Alexa device in your house.
Cool. That sounds awesome. So like I said, we're going to be doing an install of this, so stay tuned.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. So we've pulled out the switch. We've verified that this is now turned off. This was never actually connected. This would be the ground wire. There should be a brass wire that comes out in here, but this is an older home, so that was not there. What we'll do is we're going to tie put the ground wire here and then just attach it to this metal piece. And this is a metal receptacle, so we're probably not going to get a very good Wi-Fi signal through there, but we're going to test it and see how it goes. Worst case, if it doesn't work well, we're going to have to replace this metal box and put in a correct one. So what we're looking for in this installation is this white wire. This is called the neutral wire. The power is passing through here. Sometimes what you'll find with older homes, they only have two wires. One is line and one is load. And that would not work for this application. We tried to install this downstairs, but ran into that problem, so we're going to put it up here in the dining room. In this instance, the red wire is actually going to the light. That's your load wire. The other two wires here that are tied into the switch is the line. So in this case, what we have is the line wire coming in, delivering power to the switch, and it is continuing onwards, going elsewhere in the house. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect these, making note of how it is set up currently. Plus, if it doesn't work out, we can always reverse engineer and put it back the way it was. So there we go. old switch. If this was a three-way, we would want to remove this, and then we would put the second line circuit right there.